Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In New Reincarnation, let's talk about Recollections of Dusk, Noel. First, let's look at my newer JP account, struggling against the easiest version of the Noel boss. And then after, let's talk about her story. But look at this weak-ass team. My force level is nowhere near the recommended. But my main attacker is going to be Anniversary Marie. Awakening 4. Still crazy to think that I got that on one trip to the Shard Exchange. Next is Bloodless Noelle, who I just pulled a bunch of times for some reason. She's Awakening 3. My Swimsuit Noelle would probably be better with the power creep and stats and abilities, but she's not booked at all, and I like this Bloodless version anyway, so we'll stick with it. And then there is Dark Memory Sadiu for healing, which is important because Marie wants full HP to do more damage. I tried Bloody Sadiu, but yeah, I did need the healing. Speaking of the weapons, I have 0 water weapons with a party heal, and I definitely needed them on my global account clears, so I'm not really optimistic about clears beyond this here. Marie has a terrible launch short sword with terrible multipliers, and the staff and spear may seem reversed on Sadiu and Noel, but the Blackhorn Spear, which I leveled in a hurry specifically for this fight, has a provoke, so I put it on my tankier unit. Companions are all maxed, thankfully, and I needed an attack up skill to get enough damage to cancel the boss attack. That's what that dark companion is. Sub-weapons are just a bunch of random stuff, but I did give water boon weapons to Marie. Memoirs are fine, 100% critical rate, 200% critical damage on Marie, and HP on the other two. And finally, 3-star debris, and as far as slabs, everyone is about 60 and 60. I love the look of this part of the cage with the water on the ground. Okay, so it seems that this Noelle will start to do big ol' AoE attacks once she hits the 50% HP threshold. But if the damage that we do is high enough, we can cancel the attack. So it's kind of similar to RD Livania. What we're going to aim for is we're going to cancel the first big attack, and then we'll just try to do enough damage to her before she can get out her second. So in the early bit, I'm just going to focus on normal attacks and maybe some weapon skills to get her close to 50% HP. And then save up the character skills so that I can do them in a combo later. And if HP is looking low, then I'll use Sadiu's character skill. That's my only source of healing. Again, I don't have any of the weapons. But I went with the Blackhorn Spear because it has the water damage up for the party. And then on Noelle, she has, I think, Bloody Sadiu's staff, I think it is. It has both an attack break and attack buff, which is great. Yeah, if I were not using Anniversary Marie, and I didn't need the Bold Vigor, maybe I could get away without a healer. Maybe use a healing companion instead? Okay, but here, let's start the combo. Okay, we just crossed the 50% threshold with the final weapon skill. The big attack comes out, and then we cancel it with Marie's character skill, so that worked out. And we took her to close to 25% HP, so that's good. So here, I'm just going to try to get out big combos, lots of damage, before the next big AoE attack comes out. And yeah, with the provoke, Sadiu is taking a lot of the attacks. Noelle can't take that, and then Marie doesn't want them because of the Bold Vigor. Okay, so there's the big AoE attack charging again. Maybe I should have saved that Noelle character skill for the combo. Okay, it's a race. See if I can charge my weapon skills before the big attack goes off. Okay, great. So I'll wait for that one skill to finish charging. Then let's do the combo. Get the attack up memoir. Hopefully this is still enough damage to take down the boss. Okay, 500,000 damage per hit. And we'll take down Noelle. So that took some fiddling and testing to clear, which, I admit, was fun. It reminded me of how RD quests used to be for my global account. With the nerf to the difficulty, my global account is now too strong for this content, basically. I guess the developers are telling me that I need to play Fate boards to get some challenge. But I find them a little punishing to play. Like the no character skills missions, that's just sadism there. But I guess my JP account is just entering that zone where it can start to tackle these quests. But I had to commit a fair amount of resources to clear just this, and then I still have 11 Noelle bosses to beat, and then after that 4 other elements to go after. With the recent changes, I said that this content really is aimed at players with accounts, a year old or more, and I think my experience here confirmed that for me. One silver lining is it seems they didn't update Leon or some other older RD quest to the new style. So if we like the old style, which has a lower bar to entry and is more fun, we can still play those. I did make a video ranking the RD costumes and weapons, and which are worth going for. I'll link to that in the description. But short answer there is Gale and Lavanya. Alright, and then here, let's talk about Noelle's RD story. I liked it. But from the beginning, I always felt Noelle was a different character from the others, so it feels kind of unfair to hold her or her story to the same standards as the others. She's not going to have like a typical arc or typical character development or like a coming of age like the other characters. She is essentially a baby. She has no history, she has no personality. She is encountering the world and herself for the first time, even if her body and mind are mature. She doesn't know what she likes or wants, so it makes perfect sense that she would latch onto her sister's desire. The climax of the story and Noelle's character is when she makes a decision, kind of her first and last and only decision, and that is to not destroy the remembered place like her sister wants. Instead, Noelle chooses to protect it. Noelle goes against her sister's will, which was all she knew in her brief life, which is a big deal in that context, and she made that decision out of sympathy for her sister, kind of her first and last and only emotion of her life. And then, of course, in her death, she does succeed in protecting the remembered place in a way that only she could, so everything is tied up nice and neat at the end, which I appreciate from a storytelling point of view. And aside here, I was under the impression that the folks represented in Scarecrow's stories died in real life, but I read Noelle's story and I was like, oh, she didn't die. She must have died in a way unknown to us. But now with this story, now we know. So in a way, this was the most satisfying content possible. Not that I wanted Noelle to die, but in order to kind of keep up that theory that I had about the cage, it was satisfying in that sense. I was kind of expecting some information on how she is connected to Yorha, which was teased in the People World trailer, and this gave us nothing, so I have to assume that Noelle will return in the main story soon. But this story quite mirrors Yudi's ending in Fatal Frame, Maiden of the Black Water. I'll link to that playlist of my playthrough below. The way Yudi breaks the curse is with sympathy, by accepting and sharing the pain and loneliness of the water mating. That ending hit me surprisingly hard. It was one of the most emotional moments I had experienced in gaming. This Noelle ending didn't hit me as hard because Fatal Frame had an entire game leading up to it, and there's more to it than what I said here. But the message is about the same. All of us feel pain, and human connection and sympathy can soothe that pain. It can be as simple as listening to someone, or holding someone, or crying with someone. Okay, that'll do it for this video. I might go back and watch my playthrough of Fatal Frame. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.